Let's go over these practice problems from our Jamboard on 2-5, solving compound inequalities. Number 1 was not a compound inequality, just a way for us to warm up. This is a simple or one-sided inequality. So to solve this, we want to collect variables to the left and the numbers to the right. So I am going to add x to move that term to the left. 4x plus 1x is 5x. I'm subtracting 1, so I want to add 1 to both sides. 14 plus 1 is 15. And the last step to solve, because I'm multiplying x by 5, I want to divide both sides by 5. So I get x is greater than 3. So to graph that, I would have an open circle at 3, and I would shade to the right to represent all values that are greater than 3. Right? It's open because 3 is not included in that solution set. Number 2 is an and compound inequality. And our goal is to isolate x in the middle. What you do to the middle, you have to do to the right and also to the left to keep this inequality balanced. So right now, to x in the middle, I'm adding 5. So I'm going to subtract it from the middle, the right, and the left. So x is less than -3 and greater than -8. We want these increasing. Open at -3, open at -8. It's an and inequality, so I'm shading in between. Right, the solutions would be where the two shadings overlap. So less than -3 would be to the left, greater than -8 would be to the right, which makes everything in between the solution to this compound inequality. Number 3 is an or inequality, and so we're going to solve the two inequalities separately and then graph them on the same number line. The left inequality, we only have a number on the left, so let's keep the numbers on the left until we're ready to solve. So we want to subtract 5 to move that 5 over to the left. We want to isolate x, so we want to divide both sides by -3. We divided by a negative, so we want to flip the inequality symbol of just that left inequality. And so if I read this if I want to flip this, if I read from right to left, it says x is less than -4. So I can rewrite it as x is less than -4. So now for the right inequality, we're subtracting 4. So we want to add 4 first. -4 plus 4 is 0. So then I'm multiplying x by 2, so I want to divide by 2. So x can be less than -4, or x can be greater than or equal to 0. So x can be less than -4, or greater than or equal to 0. And inequalities are shaded in between, or inequalities are shaded on either side. And for the word problem, we just want to model this as a compound inequality. So we want to keep at least $10 in our wallet. So we want to keep more than $10 or equal to $10, but not more than 50. So that could be less than or equal to 50. So we want somewhere between. And remember that word between translates to an and compound inequality. So we want we want x to be greater than or equal to 10, but also less than or equal to 50. So let's write this as a compact compound inequality. Start with your two endpoints. Put the variable in the middle. Fill in the right side first. So less than or equal to, or x is greater than or equal to 10. Those inequality symbols should be facing the same direction. That's it for the Jamboard practice on 2-5 solving compound inequalities.